Motherfuckers are back, man. Big H's. I'm your boy Jay.
I'm your boy Amity.
I'm your boy Morrow.
Back. He's in the middle.
Yes, sir. We back. We got championships.
Bro.
Alright, so now I get the whole.
I ain't know who's gonna hold both of them. I just didn't feel like holding that big thing on my shoulder the whole video. That thing massive.
So now, speaking of, on the topic of titles, since bro in the middle is holding 2 titles, that is actually the topic of our video today. Yes. Retired titles that should be brought back.
Retired titles. We know this is one of them that's retired currently. This is a beautiful, like, look at this championship. Look at it. This is a beautiful title.
I mean, if you're gonna show off here,
this is a great looking title too. But come on, man, you got to be honest. Come on, look at the gold on it, like. But I mean, I'm gonna promote both titles for sure. But the world heavyweight title is just a different breed. It's one of my favorite titles.
He's the first ever in wrestling history to hold the WWE World Heavyweight title and the IWGP United States title.
Yes, sir.
In 2 promotions, the forbidden door was cracked wide open.
I was like, Jason, I don't think you should try to make him pick between the 2 titles.
Yeah, like that. I mean, I like this title too, but
I didn't have him pick. I just wanted him to show it off.
But nonetheless, we got retired championships that we want to see come back, you know. So,
can I kick it off to that one that's easy?
We all want to see certain titles come back. Go ahead. Let us know your first championship that you want to see back.
My first title I want to see back, and ironically, it's a mid-card title, but I like it. I want to see the White Strap Intercontinental Championship make a comeback. I'm not a fan of the current one.
Shout out to Cody for bringing that back in 2012 or 2011, one of those.
But yeah, the White Strap, Cody brought it back, and it was a mainstay for a long time up until, I'd say, how many years ago was it?
Like 2019, 2020?
I think after Shinsuke won it, they switched the titles.
Yeah, it was something.
So we'll say 3-4 years ago. And I just haven't been a fan of it. I mean, I think I know where they were going to try to make it look more of a, what's the word I'm looking for?
Like a New Japan type?
No, like a sportier look, like a more like, when they went to Fox, I think that had a big thing to do with it too, as far as the title was concerned. They just wanted to make it look more something like a title Fox
like
wants to see.
That, Shinsuke would like bring in though. It looked like one of his type of personal titles. That's what I thought it was at first. But then they actually changed they changed it completely. So.
But I think it more has to do with, like, you know, you look back like with the Razor Ramon Shawn Michaels feud when they had the black strap Intercontinental title, and then Cody brought it back with the white, the same like plates and everything, but white strap. It was just that I just loved how that title looked and how it was carried and brought out and everything. And then just when they brought over the one that's been around the last couple of years, I'm just not a fan of it.
Yeah, man. So a title I want to see come back, and I think this title is one of my favorite titles ever, and it's the Winged Eagle WWE Championship. And I only want to see that title because it's like I wasn't watching wrestling when that title was, you know, being used. So to not, you know, to see all the titles I saw over the years, but to go back and see, you know, people like Chris Jericho holding that title, you know.
No,
not Chris, but
it was a little different.
The Rockman, right?
No, the Winged Eagle. Yeah. No, the Winged Eagle was like Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, that 1990s. Yeah.
But you know, once you got to the Attitude Era, it was more like the circular one. They had a wing.
It kind of looked at the same. Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, you know, that title, just with the eagle on it, not the one he talking about. The Winged Eagle.
Yeah, the Winged Eagle. Yeah,
I want to see that title. So like, I mean, I know we ain't gonna see it again because that's not this era no more, but. It's like the title is beautiful. You know?
Absolutely.
Like you say, Shawn Michaels, that was that Shawn Michaels Bret Hart era.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that title was crazy.
It's crazy because that was the era where like wrestling was kind of taking a dip. Like it wasn't like after, you know, it had right before the Attitude Era, like WWE wasn't really doing all that great.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm gonna just say one of the ugliest WWE titles is the one Eddie held. I ain't gonna lie.
The undisputed one.
You know, the brown, the one that Brock had. The
undisputed one.
Yeah, that's an ugly title.
Are you talking about the one that once Cena?
The first one.
The one that Cena faced JBL for and then switched it.
Yeah, that title was ugly.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
But yeah, man.
It ain't that bad. I had that one as a toy. It's not that bad. It's cool.
I mean, okay, so here's my thing with that. It wasn't bad, but it also wasn't good. It was kind of mid.
It was definitely bottom tier, worst WWE title compared to all the other WWE titles. I don't like the spinner one either, but we'll get that.
Come on, man.
I mean, it was a toy.
My favorite title of all time. Now I gotta go. My favorite title of all time is probably Big Gold. Yeah, see, that's the first title I got. My first title. Big Gold. I can't. Now, I'm trying to think of which one was because there's two different versions to this title.
Yes.
There's the WCW version and then there's the WWE version.
I think this is the WWE version.
Yeah, that's the WWE version. I'm gonna say the WWE version.
What was the difference? The size of the plate?
I think the WCW was a little bigger.
Yeah, I think it was a little bigger.
Because especially I remember when I went back and watched it and saw the title, I'm like, it didn't look much.
It's not that much of a difference. I think this is a little bit flatter. Like the WCW one's a little bit flatter. You just gotta.
There's small nuances of difference.
Yeah, and I think some of this stuff is a little different. Like, I don't know, like just some of the design of it.
Yeah.
So, you have to. It's damn near the same title, but you gotta really look and see the difference on it. But yeah. Big Gold, it's up there. One of my favorite titles of all time.
Yes,
Man, R.I.P. Big Gold.
Y'all tried to bring it back, but it just didn't work. Don't like the new look of it.
You don't like the new World Heavyweight title?
No.
It's not that bad though.
Okay, here's my thing. If they kept, I'm gonna use this as a reference. Okay, what they have for it works. If you just had kept the WWE logo up here and not smack dab in the middle of it,
it's not gonna happen.
I feel like if the WWE logo wasn't there, it won't look that bad to me. But just because of that alone, I mean, I get they were trying to bring it back to a degree, but keep it new.
It's brand new.
But I'm just not a fan of it.
Man, you know they gotta put that W in your face, and that's why all the other titles look like that. That's why the women's and the undisputed title look the exact same, just different colors.
But it's weird because for the women's one, it's not that bad in my eyes.
Yeah, I mean, like
that's the thing.
I don't know, they the same titles though.
I think I'm only saying it's not bad for the women's, but it's bad for the guys because I've seen, obviously Big Gold for the men's.
Real titles for the guys that looked it better.
The women's, this is their first kind of title that doesn't,
look like a butterfly.
Look like a butterfly.
The original women's title, it was just an oval. It wasn't really.
It wasn't that
bad.
But
the first women's title wasn't really ugly. But I get what you're saying. The women finally got a real championship that's equal to the men's title. So it's like it don't look that bad.
The ugliest women's title for me, and I think y'all can both agree, was when Lay Cool was walking around with one half of the title.
The cut in half.
That just looked terrible in my eyes.
You're not enough for me. I was actually just talking about Michelle McCool too. She go crazy.
Another title I'd like to see it brought back. It is on the topic of world title. I want to see the WWE title that was around, like we mentioned earlier, the one that it's the one that Cena brought out, but it's not the spinner one. It's the one
undisputed title.
No, not the undisputed title. It looks like the title Cena unveiled, but it just doesn't spin in the middle. Like you've seen like heavily in 09, 2010, 11, Punk's title reign with it. That WWE title.
The one that didn't spin, just a W in it.
Yeah.
It make it feel less like a toy. I think the spinning make the title just seem too much like a toy.
I think for me it's just I just like how the design looked, and it looked like a great WWE title. These ones the Rock unveiled going forward with that.
That title was, I didn't really like it, but I liked the fact that they switched it.
Yeah, the spinning. I hated it. I hate that they got rid of the spinner, man.
But the one in 09, 2010, 11, 12, 13, that one, I rocked with that one. I love the design of it, and it looked like a world title.
Yeah.
If I had the money and the budget, that'd be my next title.
Well, I'm gonna say this because like I like a lot of championships. I like this one. I personally want to see this one come back too. But I would say another one of my favorite titles that I always like. I like that the Brown WWE Tag Team Championships, the ones that the New Day held for 480 plus days.
For real?
Yeah, like you didn't have to change them red and blue. And,
oh, you took one. I know exactly what you're talking about. The black strap, bronze center.
Sir. Yes, sir.
That one. You took my next one.
The real WWE Tag Team titles, like outside of the ones back in the day, when they turned them into these, the belt just looked beautiful. The thing that was on it on the front.
Yeah.
As you said, it was just regular too. It wasn't colorful. Like I hate when they color coordinate titles like that, bro. Like
you know what it made me think of it
blew
first?
it, bro.
You know what it made me think of it first?
What?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the title. When I looked at it, it just made it look like they plastered a giant penny on the title.
Yeah.
Just,
It did
here you
kind of
go.
resemble a penny.
It's just a big old
like,
penny.
It was like them titles they looked good, you know, and they didn't have. I get it with the brand split. They created SmackDown tag team titles, and then Raw ended up changing those to red titles. So it was like, you know.
When did they change it over? When the Bar won them?
No, when the bar beat the New Day, and then the draft and all that. SmackDown had got new titles. I actually want to do a video about that run too. The SmackDown Live run from 2016 to 2016. After the draft run, that was a crazy run, bro, for SmackDown. But yeah, nonetheless, I like the WWE Tag Team. I would like to see them back, but I really don't got an issue with these tag titles. It's not a big deal, but
I somewhat don't have an issue with them because they kept the same design. I just don't like the color scheme.
Yeah, that's what I hate when they just put colors on everything. Now I get it, this Raw, this SmackDown, but it's like
you don't need to specify by colors.
Just call it WWE Tag, like they did back in the day. World Tag Team titles, WWE Tag Team titles. The World titles was on Raw. The WWE Tag titles was on SmackDown. Simple. Why WWE gotta be hard, man?
It's just nothing can ever be easy. Man. You got Vince running, things can't be easy. Now, one of my favorite titles of all time. There's so many titles, man. But let me think. One of my favorite titles. I'm gonna go with the current one actually. I'm gonna go with the US title today. I actually like that title. I think it's beautiful.
The topic wasn't favorite titles. Those titles I need to bring back.
Gosh.
You can't bring back a current title.
That's right. I tripped out. Cause I forget I was talking about it, so I lost my train of thought.
That is a good title though. The US title now.
Well, that's like a segue. Into
well, all right. How about this though? How about this? I'm gonna go with the TNA title from before they made it all like flat and stuff.
Oh, you're talking about the one Bully Ray held and all that.
Yeah, all that. I saw the new TNA title. I was like,
you mean the Impact World title? They just took TNA out of it completely at this point.
I mean, it's always gonna be TNA to me. But the TNA Impact title, the one that Kurt Angle had, the one I just think about Kurt Angle. Yeah, Bobby Lashley. That was actually a pretty decent title.
AJ Styles held that one as well.
Yeah. So
that was the TNA World Heavy, the big one. Yeah, that's one of their best titles.
Now I want to add something on to what you said with that. Now there was kind of a little comeback with it, but not necessarily. Moose was walking around with it, but the strap wasn't black; it was a white strap, and that, in my opinion, looked ugly. I'm like, if you're gonna bring it back, you should just use the black strap, not the white strap.
Moose decent. He's coming to WWE.
He should. He wasting his time wherever he at.
Impact. He been killing over there though. for years. I didn't know your girl Madison Rain was in AEW.
You didn't know that?
No.
Did you know she was dating Josh Matthews?
No, I did know that.
Yeah, but I think she's out on injury right now.
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't really got another title. It was your turn?
Yeah.
I don't got another one.
I think
I'm really content with the rest of the titles.
I think I'm out too.
Just the ones I wanted to see come back, you know.
Well, I'm gonna just name 2 off the dome. I'm not gonna really get into it. 2 more that I'd love to see come back. The United States title before the current one with the actual
regular
flag. Yeah, with the regular flag and
that one was decent, but I like this one better.
I like the new one better.
This one looked more like a title.
And the ECW, the last ECW title they had before.
Silver.
Yeah, the one they used in the revamp.
Yeah, Big Z was the last
You like that
ECW
I
champion.
wasn't against it. It wasn't bad in my opinion.
Yeah, I ain't like that. I ain't gonna like. No, that first one was cold too, though.
Well,
The first ECW championship.
Yeah,
it
the
was
one Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, that one was cold too. But
The one
that
that
silver one was nice though. Christian had it for a long
I ain't
time.
like it like that.
It was cool. It was simpler than that other one. The other one was custom.
The way I fell in love with it, ironically, with the ECW title was actually, it's actually kind of funny you mentioned Christian because I was playing the SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 Road to WrestleMania Christian, and you open up with that title, and I'm like, damn, it don't look that bad.
Yeah. Peep Show, man. He ain't the real Peep Show, but
Stop it.
he the Peep Show.
Stop it.
But those 2
They
are,
should give him that gimmick. Shouldn't they give him that gimmick in WWE? Johnny Gargano, the Captain Charisma gimmick.
He not charismatic though.
He is, gang.
but those 2 I think are 2 titles that need to be brought back.
Push Johnny Wrestling, man.
Now with that, that's our titles we think we need to bring back. Now I'm going to do a quick little end segue. August 5th, SummerSlam. We will be live streaming as well as we
Free
are
meat.
we are on the road to 300 subscribers by August 5th. I have faith in you guys that you can get us to 300 subscribers. Like I stated in the last video, prayers to my grandfather. Hope he recovers while in the hospital and is home soon. And with that, I'm your boy Ammon.
I'm your boy, Morrow.
Money making jam, we out.